Welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol, and this is going to be a collective reading. So there's no date on it, and I trust that when it reaches your feed, that it's meant for you to hear. So we're going to start off with, I have my pendulum here, and I've calibrated it, and I'm going to ask my pendulum to show me what card we're going to begin with, and it's going to be a card taken from Heal Yourself by Ina Segal. These are her oracle cards. So I'm going to choose a card from that, and then we're going to go into the tarot to get a bit more clarity on the situation and how you can heal yourself regarding this card that's coming up for you right now. So let's ask the tarot right now to select a card for me that is appropriate for the collective at this time when this has reached their feed. All right, I think it's going to be this card right here. Okay, we'll put that away. So we're going to start reading from the tarot right now, and I'm going to read from the Tarot Grand Luxe and also from the Tarot of the Abyss to clarify. So let's start off with looking at, well, we're going to look at actually what card I picked for you right now. So you have Unleash Your Creativity, number 31. So let's take a look at what that means. Okay, number 31. Unleash your creativity. Your creative talents and abilities are your most powerful assets. Allow your imagination to roam without limits and access new ideas without judging them. It is time for you to be innovative and birth unique creations. If you are feeling stuck, get up and move. Try new things, meet new people, read books, painting, etc. Concentrate on the area of your life where you need to be creative. Are you a great singer who needs to share your talents with others? Do you have an affinity with gardening? Can you tell powerful stories? Are you technically minded? Can you whip up amazing meals? What is your special flavor of creativity? Whatever it is, give yourself permission and the time to be inventive. The more creative you allow yourself to be, the more fulfilled you are going to feel. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look at right now, I'm going to ask first of all, what situation, problem, pattern are you dealing with right now in regards to unleashing this creativity right here? So let's ask the tarot for one card right now for the problem, the situation, what's going on with you. Well, I'm going to put these three away, and I'm going to take these two. So you have the Empress, and then you have the Four of Swords. Next, I'm going to ask for what's coming up from your shadow to heal. Now, it's really important that we look at what's coming up in your unconscious to heal, that because it is going to have the most impact on the situation that you're dealing with right now. That's actually probably preventing you from unleashing your creativity. So we're going to look at the problem first, and then we're going to look at, like I said, this is going to drive what's coming up from your shadow is going to drive the situation that you're sitting right now that's, could be causing you to be stuck if that's what the situation is. So if you're unfamiliar with the two terms, shadow or shadow work, I've left a really good video in my description box below. It's called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work, and it's all about facing your shadow, and I've taken it from my other channel called Carol Cares, and you can have a look at that if you want some help with shadow work. So let's ask the tarot right now for one card for what's coming up from your shadow to heal. Just one card that flipped over. Yeah, you have the Wheel. And finally, in third spot, I'm going to ask for advice for the tarot as to how you can begin to heal this. This is a healing journey. The healing journey is something that is a process, and so I won't be, it's not something that the tarot is going to give you a magical solution, but what it's going to do is it's going to give you some guidance as to how you can begin to heal what's coming up here in your shadow, and then you'll be getting some more clarity on how you can deal with your situation in the first line. So one card, please, for advice from the tarot. The Knight of Swords. All right, let's go into the Tarot of the Abyss, and I'm going to ask for a couple cards for clarification for the Empress and the Four of Swords. So a couple cards for that. You have the Moon in reverse. And you have the Three of Pentacles. And the Wheel card. Can you give me some clarification for the Wheel card? Those cards came out quickly. The Page of Pentacles. And the Ten of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. Couple cards for that. You have the World in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so let's take a look at what problem situation you're dealing with right now that is in relation to unleashing your creativity. And sometimes it could talk about, we're looking at what possibilities maybe are coming up for your creativity. And, oftentimes, like I said, it could be some blocks that you're dealing with maybe in relation to, maybe there's something you think that you want to do. There's something you've always thought in the back of your mind, I've always wanted to do this. And it's just, you can't seem to get it going. And you can't figure out what your blocks are. So let's look at this. So the Empress card and then the Four of Swords for clarification. The Empress card is the third card in the Major Arcana, and it actually is half of the feminine archetype or the feminine energy that's sitting in the Major Arcana. The first half is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess talks about our feminine quality that we have, or our feminine aspect of ourself, which is our intuition, and we all have that. But this Empress talks about another quality of the feminine side to us, and we all have a feminine side to us. We have a masculine side as well. It has nothing to do with your gender. And this particular card speaks about our emotions. The Empress is in love with her body. She is pure emotion. She does everything from emotions. She's guided from her emotions. She's not afraid to feel all her emotions. And then there's this Four of Swords to clarify this. And the Four of Swords speaks about, oftentimes we can be very, very much up in our heads and spinning around. And I'm wondering if this is what's going on with you in regards to this creative situation that you're sitting in, where you want to get something off the ground, where you want to do something and put yourself first and step out there. And this is kind of saying, you know what, you need to get some rest here. You need to take some quiet time to settle down these thoughts that are spinning in your head. And oftentimes we can do that. We can be our own worst enemy, where we have all these thoughts in our head that we just continue to tell ourselves. But this Empress card is saying it's time now to feel. It's time now to feel what it is that's really driving this block. And we need to settle our minds first before we can get in touch with what it is. And the Empress is very much in her body. She's not living up in her head. Like I said, she makes all her decisions from her body. And so we really need to get to a point where we're going to ground our minds, and we need to get back in our body to feel what it is that we're really trying to get to here. Because there's something here that's hidden with this Moon card. The Moon card is in reverse in an upright position. The Moon card talks about those things that are hidden from us. Those things that are hidden from us. And it's in reverse here because you're not sure, you don't know what this is. And the reason you don't know what it is because it's in because if there's something that is driving this block that you have in regards to this creativity that's coming up, it's hidden right now. And we cannot find out what is hidden until we get back in our bodies and we can get in touch with our intuition and start to hear certain things. And we do this by, like I said, getting back in our bodies and feeling. And sometimes this Three of Pentacles card comes in at the end, and sometimes when this comes up in my deck, and it's really a co-creation card, but I like to look at it as, look at this individual right here who's grabbing onto the rope for dear life, actually. And so to me, this is a card where, you know, sometimes we can do this journey on our own, and we think that we're better off doing it on our own. And actually, there's a part of us, our ego self, that will tell us, you know, I don't need anybody out there. I can figure things out myself. But I think there comes a point when you hit the wall that it's like, you know what, maybe it's time to talk to somebody. Maybe I need to get some help. And for example, you know, I know someone that was writing a book and can't get it out there, and has written the book and has been sitting on it for so long and just doesn't have whatever it is to get it published. And I recommended, I sort of suggested, I said, well, maybe you might want to look into some therapy to help you with figure out what this block is that's preventing you from getting this book out. And so this card talks about therapy, whatever it is for you. If you need help getting back into your body, if you need help feeling some of these emotions that are blocking you, you know, you can think about getting some body work done, like Reiki or myofascial release or craniosacral. I've had all those done, and those have really helped me a lot in my own healing journey. And also, you know, maybe think about going back into therapy or getting a therapist if you've never had one before. Oftentimes, you know, throughout this journey, I've sworn off therapy in and out of my own healing journey that I'm still on. And I've been in it intensively, my own shadow work journey, for the last 7.5 years, where I finally found that one individual that understood me. And sometimes that's all it takes, is to find someone that really understands you. And so what's coming up from your your unconscious, that is, you know, really having an impact on this. So let's look at, what was it when you were younger or when you were a teenager that happened to you that really put you on a different path here. And so this is going to explain what's going on and maybe why you're stuck. And the Wheel of Fortune comes up. This is the wheel of life. This is when some, you know, things happen in your life. And so there was a major change of circumstance. Something happened when you were younger that caused the wheel of your life, the direction of your life, to take a new direction. And there is this part of you, and it's the Page of Pentacles that comes next. It's sitting right in the middle of your shadow. The page is they're our inner children. And I know mainstream psychology likes to say that there's just one, we only have one inner child, but I've been on this healing journey intensively for my own complex trauma to know that I have more than one inner child. In fact, there's 4 of these pages in the deck. And our inner children come up when they need healing. They need to be heard. They need to be listened to. And they need to have a voice. And it's sitting right here for you. And the Page of Pentacles has everything to do with your body. It has everything to do with your self-worth. And so this is really talking about your self-worth and what you believe about yourself because of this circumstance that has happened to you. And maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't. Because like this moon card said, there are some things that are hidden that you're not aware of. And I will say to you, once you start getting help and once you start digging into your shadow, your unconscious, and all those things that happen to you, all those things that you've repressed, there's not only the things that we're all petrified of, like our emotions, our memories that are buried in our shadow. There's also gifts, and as we peel away all our trauma, we find out who we really are. And because this page holds your memories, holds your trauma, and holds those big emotions like shame. Shame is often something that we all have shame, and it all has to do with our self-worth and how we feel about ourselves. So there was something that happened to you that changed a course of direction for you, that really made you feel unworthy, that made you feel shameful. And I think there's some healing that needs to be done around some shame that you have, because right behind it is this 10 of Wands. And here's all these burdens that you've carried all your life, and this burdens of this unworthiness and the things that people told you. And I think what happens is these things that people told you are the things that you're probably spinning on right here, that you're being asked to, to quiet your mind, because a sword is your mental energy, and it's the things that people told you when you're younger. Who do you think you are? You can't do this. Why would you even think that you could do this? You're not good enough for that. Look at everyone else out there. They can do it, but you can't. These are all the things that we tell ourselves, and they're all the things that we're repeating them. They're things that we've been told by our caretakers when we were growing up. And so you put that all away. There's something here that you would like to do. There's something here that you want to, maybe you've dreamed of always doing. Or it could be something that you had no idea that you were meant to do until you started digging at, until you took some time out and you started to dig at what are these emotions of shame that I'm feeling right now, this unworthiness that's coming up. I need to deal with this. And so what's the advice from the tarot here? Well, you have the Knight of Swords that comes up as your main card. And the knights in my deck are this part of us, and we all have this part of us that wants freedom. That wants freedom to be their authentic self. And this is the Knight of the Sword. And the sword talks about our authenticity, our truth. This is the Knight. The tarot wants you to get back to your freedom to be who you are, to find out who you are. And maybe you're feeling this drive, this freedom fighter that's inside of you that wants to get back to your truth and wants to get back to this creative idea, this thing that you have, because maybe you're feeling it. Like I said, maybe you know what it is, or maybe you're feeling it brewing. There's something inside that says there's something I'm meant to do. And then the World card comes up. It's almost like, I love this World card in this. It's interesting that I was being asked to pull this deck out, because this is in reverse, but in an upright position. This brings about closure. This brings about clarity for me. I mean, there's this infinite possibilities here for you right now. And I love this eye right here. It's almost like from birth. And I believe this truly and wholeheartedly. From birth, you knew who you were. From birth in the womb, You knew who you were. In the mother's womb, we all knew who we were. And we all knew what we came here to do on this earth. You know, at 4, 5, 6 years old, this little page knew very much what they were and what they were meant to do. And because of this change of circumstance with this world card right here, something happened where your direction was changed. And that's where this becomes in reverse here. Whatever you were supposed to do, whatever you knew what you were supposed to do, has changed. And so here's the universe here. And the last card from the universe is advice here. Says, well, and this is in reverse, but in an upright position. The Two of Pentacles talks about this individual that you can see how they're kind of dizzy here, right? They're swaying back and forth. I almost think of it as a yo-yo, you know. Maybe you're yo-yoing. Maybe some days you feel like you're a yo-yo. And I think what this means is that, I don't know if I've ever said that part, but it seems to be what wants to come out. But I think it talks about a lot of distraction, almost like a dissociation sort of, where you're just so much in your head and you're keeping yourself distracted here. Because there's a part of you that needs to, like I said, the first part says, you know, you need to get back in your body. You need to feel some of those emotions of shame. And the one way that we're going to feel that shame is to grieve. We need to get back into our body so you can grieve what was taken away from you when you were younger. What was it that was stolen from you when you were younger? And so I'm going to leave you with a shame playlist, and I'm also from my other channel, Carol Cares, and I'm also going to leave you with a grounding video so that you can learn how to get back into your body and you can start to grieve for that little child of yours that had something stolen from them when they were younger. So I want you to have compassion for yourself for what you're working through. This healing journey that we're all on is the hardest journey of our life, but it's the most important one. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.